Dave Ramsey says you need $1 million to retire. Suze Orman says you need $10 million. Both of them have millions of followers. Both of them are considered experts, and they can't both be right. Most people assume there's one correct retirement number, one rule everybody should follow. Save this much, withdraw this much, retire at this age, and you'll be fine. But the truth is, the most famous retirement rule in America was never meant to be a universal law. It was a single study from 1994 based on one specific set of assumptions, and even the man who created it doesn't fully agree with it anymore. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly where the 4% rule came from, why Ramsey and Orman disagree so sharply, what the original creator now says instead, and how you can figure out which approach actually applies to your situation. Let's get into it. Here's something most people don't know. The famous 4% rule wasn't invented by a guru on a podcast. It came from a financial advisor named William Bengen, who published it in the Journal of Financial Planning back in 1994. He studied 30-year retirement periods using historical market data going all the way back to 1926, and found that withdrawing 4% of your savings in year 1, then adjusting for inflation every year after, made your money last 3 decades. In almost every scenario he tested. But here's the part that changes everything. In 2025, Bengen himself updated his own number. He said that in a worst-case scenario, 4.7% would actually be safe. And in his own words, he said he'd probably recommend something closer to 5.25 or 5.5%. The man who invented the 4% rule doesn't fully use the 4% rule anymore. So if even the creator moved on from his own rule, why do two of the biggest names in personal finance disagree so much more dramatically? Dave Ramsey has told callers on his show that withdrawing as much as 8% can be possible. Suze Orman has called the standard 4% rule very dangerous and recommends retirees in their 60s withdraw no more than 3%. That's not a small disagreement. That's the difference between retiring with $1 million or needing $10 million to feel safe doing the exact same thing. Why such a massive gap between two people who supposedly do the same job? It comes down to risk tolerance and assumptions. Ramsey's model assumes higher market returns, fewer years in retirement, and a more aggressive investment mix. Orman's approach assumes people are living longer, healthcare costs are rising faster than inflation, and the market won't always cooperate. Neither one is lying to you. They're just building their advice around different worst-case scenarios. And there's one more thing working against the original 4% rule that has nothing to do with the stock market at all. The 4% rule assumes you'll receive your full Social Security benefits as expected. But the Social Security Administration has publicly warned that its trust fund could run short by 2035 unless Congress acts. That means part of the original math this rule was built on is no longer guaranteed the same way it was in 1994. So who's right? Ramsey or Orman? Honestly, neither one is wrong. The real answer is that no single rule fits everyone. If you want a safer, more conservative retirement, lean closer to Orman's numbers. If you're comfortable with more risk and have other income sources, Ramsey's approach might work for you. But the one thing every single expert agrees on is this: don't blindly follow a rule you don't actually understand. Know where it came from, know what it assumes, and know when it stops applying to your specific life. If this helped you understand your own retirement numbers a little better, subscribe. Every week, we break down exactly this kind of advice so you can make decisions with real information instead of guesswork.